Welcome back to Pop in the Morning. You probably know Juan Pablo from Fuller House and, of course, Dancing with the Stars. And if you live in New York City, you have the chance to see him perform this Saturday at the Green Room 42. Juan Pablo, you're here on the day after your big show premiered, so thank you for being with us. Are you tired?
Oh, my pleasure. I am exhausted, but I'm good. I'm here. That's what I like to hear. I've got one more tomorrow. So.
Okay, so how did it go?
Great. The energy of New York is always amazing for me, and I keep coming back, and I love it. I love it. There's something electric about this city.
Okay, so you act, you dance, you sing. Is all that incorporated within your show?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it's a one-man show. And it's songs that I wrote, songs that I've loved all my life, intertwined with stories about, what it's like to be an immigrant coming to America and trying to make it in the, in the Hollywoods, things like that. But yeah, it's fun, it's light, and hopefully, people have fun when they come.
Now, you play Fernando on Fuller House. Congratulations on the success of the show. Can you give me a little sample of his accent right now? Because I love how, or play the character just for a second, because I think he's hilarious.
What accent? I don't know what you're talking about.
There it is, right
Well,
there.
so he doesn't have an accent. He's just totally like you.
Exactly like me. The exact same accent. No, but we're halfway through the series on Netflix at the moment, or the final series. Are you still kicking yourself, and you remember day number 1 on set when you were asked to be part of the cast of Full House?
I remember like it was yesterday.
What were some of your first memories of being there?
I was crapping myself because I'd never done a sitcom in my life. I was terrified of them. I don't know if you know the show called The Comeback with Lisa Kudrow. And
Yeah,
it sort
I love that
talks
show.
about what it's like, the pressure of being funny, and people get fired left, right, and center. In fact, one person got fired on the read-through of Fuller House. So we were all really nervous that. And then it was just like, as soon as you see the audience and they were cheering for John Stamos, like he was Elvis Presley, and when the audience saw the cast together for the first time, it was amazing. It was amazing.
How familiar were you with Full House, the show? Because to me, that was my Friday nights. It was TGIF. That's the show I watched growing up. How familiar were you with Full House?
Well, I didn't grow up in the States.
Yeah, that's something. Did you watch it?
I did not.
At all?
So I had no idea what I was walking into.
Wow.
Because it's like
Did
such
you
an
have to watch it a
iconic-
little bit before you did the show? Did you catch up on it? Or
I
you
did.
just
I did
jumped
a
right-
little bit. Yeah, I did a little bit, but it was so overwhelming, and it was so last minute as well. I got cast really late,
Gotcha.
so I didn't have time to be starstruck or freaked out.
Jump right in.
Well, we have a great clip of you from this season. Take a look.
We taught Ramona to make good choices. Now we have to trust her to make them.
Or, and hear me out, we wear costumes and follow her everywhere she goes.
No. Yes. No. Maybe. No. That's the old us.
Why must we be such good parents?
I feel like Victor can relate to this. So he has an 8-year-old daughter. So I feel like when she's finally at the age to be able to go out and have more independence, you're going to be a little bit like his
No,
character.
I'm going to dress up as a bush and be everywhere, popping out, making sure she's okay. Like, that's going to be my
That's what you
job.
do. That's the best parenting advice I could give you.
No,
Exactly.
you and Andrea are so close. We love
Yeah.
seeing your relationship play out on Instagram. Are you having any kind of like separation anxiety now that you can't be with your work wife?
Totally. I mean, she just sent me a text now. She's like, I wish I was there. And we get together a lot, and I hope this relationship continues into more, because we have a chemistry, not just as people, but also on screen. We know what each other is thinking. We looked at each other sometimes, I forget my lines and she looked at me like this, and it's amazing to have that kind of camaraderie. So I hope it continues into something else.
One of the amazing things about Fuller House is all of the dancing you've been doing on the show. You did this incredible flash mob. How much work was this flash mob?
The flash mob?
Yes.
Like the La La Land knockoff. It was amazing. I actually was in my element. If someone said, what's your favorite thing to do in the world, is to have the crane going up and the dance thing and the people behind and going down the street. That for me is the epitome of joy, and this show is that. This show is all about joy, really. So I thought that scene kind of sums up what our show is about, what Fuller House is about.